Decide to wait, decide to trust, decide to have faith, decide to believe.
You've seen it done, changing the impossible to the greatest story told. All I am is nothing short of a miracle. I'm in awe.
Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hello. And to those of you who are joining us for the very first time, welcome. How you doing? My name is Catrice and welcome to This Light of Mine. How are you guys doing? I hope you all are doing well. I really do. I really do. So, what have you guys been up to? How's your week going so far? I hope it's going well. It's Wednesday, right? Yay! So, here we are. We are back at it again. And I really do hope everyone's week was going good. I have to be honest, I kind of had I wouldn't say a tough week, but it was definitely challenging. And it was one of those weeks, and it really came to a head on Sunday, actually, on Resurrection Sunday. Um, I don't know. It's like, I've learned to not worry. I've learned to not stress because of the belief and the trust and the confidence that I have in God, right? And so on this new journey, so to speak, of not worrying and not having stress and not having fear, like things are going to come up, right? Things are going to happen. This is all true. However, what I'm learning while I'm in this waiting room, while I'm waiting for the promises of God to um, to come alive in a sense, uh, for they're there, right? But while we're in the waiting room, right, while we are hoping, it was one of those weeks. It was one of those weeks, and this past Sunday, yeah, I definitely had a moment, and but leading up to that moment, um, I would have to say that worry, and I don't want to say fear, but it was more so worry and stress was trying to rear their ugly heads. And so, what I've learned now with this renewed mind, with this confidence, with this trust in God, with this belief, and knowing what I've been promised and know what I've been told by God, learning how to not allow the worry to get to me mentally. It's a mind thing. It definitely is a mind thing. And so when those when those arrows were, coming towards my way, I'm learning how to be quiet. I'm learning how to be quiet. And yes, we have the power to arrest those thoughts, right? And to cast them down. However, I've also learned how to be quiet because when the worry come, when those words come, those those negative words or those words that the enemy is trying to place in our minds, and then we then react to it, and then we speak it, and then the next thing you know, you've spoken what's been given to you, which is not and it's to tear you down, right? So I had one of those weeks, and for a few days, I just really I didn't say a word. I did not respond to the negative thoughts. I did not respond to the worry that was trying to present itself again. And I didn't respond to what the enemy was trying to give me. Because had I responded, I think it would have been me going backwards, of course, right? So I've learned I just realized how for myself, I've learned how to, yes, you can, arrest those thoughts and cast them down, right? We do have that power. However, this past week, I've learned how to just be quiet, be silent, do not react, do not allow your thoughts to now have you speaking those things that is trying to tear you down. And this past Sunday, um, it I wouldn't say it. He didn't win. The adversary definitely didn't win. But I definitely had a moment where um, I just had a moment, and it was one of those moments where I'm like, God, I am truly trusting you. I'm believing you, and I know what you said, and it's the waiting. It's kind of like, how much longer do I wait? I feel like I've been waiting all my life. I feel like I've gone through all the tests, you know, how many more tests? How much longer? The waiting, the waiting, the waiting, the hoping, the hoping, the hoping, the believing, the believing, the believing, the trusting, the trusting, the trusting. How much longer, God, do I need to wait? And that's the thoughts that were the adversary was trying to give to me, was to give up, to literally throw in the towel, even to the point where I was already planning not to record today. But like I said, I sat still for a few days mentally with my thoughts, and I did not respond to what was trying to have me speak, because we do know and we do understand that the power is in our tongue as well, right? We know that, right? And so that's why I did not speak what was trying to take a hold of me in my mind. And he had to leave because the thoughts, I didn't respond to what was given or what was trying to be given. And I reversed it. Every thought that was coming to me, I reversed it with what I know God said, right? So those were the things that I spoke. Um, yeah. So preparing for today, I had quite a few journal um, writings that I were reading to possibly read for this video. And, they were definitely, um, like praising Jesus, like, yeah, 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 yeah. And I was going to read that. And then I had the one that I am going to actually read. When I read it, I was like, wow, I think this is what I need to read, because this was how I was feeling this past week. And you never know, it may be someone else that's feeling this way or felt this way this past week or have been feeling this way, right? The worry and the stress and the waiting and the hoping. And so we'll go back to we're still praising God, right? Because um, we're still holding on. We are still holding on. So yes, so that's what I'm going to read today. And it was interesting that I came across this one because I was like, oh wow, this is how I was feeling this past week. And so in this entry, I'm kind of responding to God. It's a conversation with God. It's a letter because I started it off with Dear God, right? And so let's go into it. It's a quick reading. It's not even a full page. Oh, first, there was this thought. Remember some videos ago, I stated that I often write my thoughts down as well. It's not just journal. Yeah, my writings are my thoughts. However, um, sometimes I have a quick thought and I write them down. And so there's a thought that I wrote. Let me find it right quick. And I was like, well, maybe I'll read the thought and then I'll go into the journal reading. Okay. So that's what we're going to do now. I've cleaned my glasses. I'm getting it now, you guys. Remember before I'd be like, oh, I'll put my glasses on and they would be smudged and. But anyway, so let's go into the thought. Again, this was written many years ago. And for those of you who are joining for the first time on this channel, what I have been called to do is read my journal writings. I have been journaling for 20 years, and I have been called to now open the books and read those very said journal writings to everyone. And so that's what we do here on this channel. Okay, so I hope you stick around. We have so many readings, I'm telling you. So here we are with the thought first. I don't know anything anymore. I'm not doubting and I'm not pouting, for God knows it all. And as long as He knows and I continue to put my trust in Him, all that I don't know is all right in the Master's hands, for He holds my future. And this thought actually settled me down a bit when I was going over it to prepare for today's reading. And I was like, wow. And so now we're going to go into the journal writing. And it's actually a couple of pages in front of that one, actually. And so it reads, Dear God, first, let me start off by telling you how much I really love you. Let me also state how much I thank you for being with me and there for me. I have decided to not worry or stress about my situations. How can I, knowing you have covered me with your mercy for every situation I possess? So now that I realize that although I can't see past my situation, it's not going to stop me from fighting my way to salvation. I'm going to press on and be strong. I'm going to wait for my deliverance. While I wait, I'm going to praise you, worship you, focus on you. For now I know, although I can't see my future, I'm not worried because my faith will not let me worry. So, God, I'm waiting anxiously but patiently for you to use me despite my situation. Until next time. Dot, 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 dot. The waiting. It's not easy. Hmm. I think the part that got me is I have decided to not worry or stress about my situations. And that's how I felt um, last week. I had decided not to worry. When those worries and those thoughts was entering or trying to enter my mind, and like as those whispers was coming across, and I didn't say a word. I didn't speak it. Don't speak it. I didn't speak it. I just sat still for days because I think it could have been 3 days. I just know Sunday was the day that I was like, oh my gosh. Like, yes, I allowed myself to feel um, what I was feeling, but I wasn't allowing myself to worry or to stress. Again, um, decide not to worry. Decide not to stress. Allow yourself to arrest those thoughts, cast them down, and be quiet. Don't speak them. And if you do speak, matter of fact, when you do speak, allow it to be the total opposite of whatever it is that's coming your way. Speak against it, right? Just sit with it. Don't speak what the adversary is whispering and trying to put in your spirit. Sit quiet for a while and decide to not worry. Decide to not stress. Decide to keep waiting anxiously but patiently. It's the waiting. It is the hoping. And I hope, my confident expectation is that we will see God in the waiting. We will experience God in the waiting. We will experience the promises that He has spoken over our lives. And we will wait anxiously, but patiently. We will continue to hope. We will continue to trust. We continue to have confidence. We continue to believe. Like all those things that we need to get us to where God has called us to be. And it's not an easy road. It's not. But we got this. We can do this. We can do this. So I thank you for joining me on today. I pray and I hope that you will ponder on this reading for today and that you will be quiet. Don't speak what the enemy is giving you to speak because the power, life and death is in the power of the tongue. So when he's trying to give you death to speak, things that can break you down, even kill, because we know who he is, right? He comes to kill, steal, and destroy. Don't speak it. Don't. If I can share with you how that really truly went down, like it's like I was heavy for a day or two. And then that third day, it was like, but I knew to not respond. I just, for whatever reason, I just knew to not even respond. Like, don't even say anything and start speaking life. Start speaking life. And yeah, so decide to wait, decide to trust, decide to have faith, decide to believe. Decide not to worry. Decide not to stress. Decide to wait anxiously, but patiently. We thank God. We thank God. We thank God for his grace and his mercy. And yeah, so that's what I wanted to share on today. And again, I hope it truly resonated with you some way, somehow. And one day, hopefully, I'll be able to share, all, it's that, whew, it was kind of a rough week, I have to admit. But, I did have someone that was there for me and to support me in that moment. And I thank God for her. And thank you. You know who you are. I thank God for you, and I just thank you for taking the time to be present for me in that moment because it's Resurrection Sunday. What a day that was, and yeah. So not giving up, continue to wait, continue to hope. Now, like starting to um, go left and right. I want to stay center. I always want to stay center. So, yeah. So I just wanted to share that. I wanted to drop that in your spirit. And hopefully, you will understand that we can do this. We got this, right? God is with us. Jesus is with us to carry us when it's needed. Yes, to truly wipe those tears, to truly his word, to give us his word, remember his words and speak his word because his word is truth. He is truth. He is the way and he is the life, right? So please decide to wait anxiously, but patiently. Please decide to not worry. Please decide to not stress. Please decide to believe. Please decide to trust. Please decide to continue to praise God and worship and believe and have that faith in him. And so, yes, thank you for joining me on today. And I also ask that you please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I could go deeper with this because it was a day, I'm telling you. However, I'm just going to leave this here for now. It's like I keep going back to it, but I'm going to end the video. We are all waiting for something. And I'm just hoping that we do not give up. Please do not give up on God. Please. Yes. So that is it for today. And God willing, I will see you all next week. Please come back to the channel and maybe we can talk about this waiting even more. Leave that in the comments. I'm sure I can find another reading regarding waiting because, I was reading some stuff and I was like, oh my gosh, like, getting frustrated even. But like I said, to prepare for today, when I read that one, and that part that got me was I have decided to not worry and I have decided to not stress. Woo! Yes, let's decide to do that, to do those things, to not worry and to not stress, and to believe and to trust and to have confidence in God. Amen. All right. So we thank God. And again, hopefully, I will see you all, or you will see me next week, Wednesday. And I hope you all have a great week. And until next time, see you later. Bye.